3 U.S. destroyers with 4,000 troops. This is what we're talking about. This is what we want to know. If any of my any of you guys are here from the U.S., 3 U.S. destroyers, 4,000 troops, aircraft, submarines are holding off, are heading to waters off Venezuela within 36 hours for counter narcotics missions. Oh yeah. Oh, this is dope. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so the United States has been going after cartels. A couple of days ago, they actually got authorized to go fuck with some cartels. Like the United States got authorized to go and attack cartels. I really hope that doesn't spill over into Mexico. To be honest with you, I mean, I would think that would be technically a bad thing. And we just don't need more shit right now. Maybe I'm not gonna say it later. I'm not gonna advocate for that, right? I'm just saying it would be bad. But in the water, I mean, this is boats. The boats. Now, honestly, the cool thing about being in the U.S., America's got all the fucking boats. Okay, we can do whatever we want with our boats. It's kind of water. Water's neutral territory for us. We got all the boats. What are you gonna say about us? You got your boats where we got our boats, and we got the most boats, and our boats protect all the other boats. So we're gonna check your fucking boats. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay? We've been playing the crony capitalism game for too long not to have some fucking dope boats. Okay? We've been printing money too long. We've been printing too much fucking money not to have some dope boats and some just sick shit, dude, on the fucking water. Okay? That's all we are. Oh, you know, I should I move the camera up? No, we're fine. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. Anyway, okay. We'll go on to another count. OSINT technical. Whew. Let's go. Gotta breathe. You gotta sit properly too. That's the thing, man. You gotta sit right. Okay. So Ukrainian forces successfully hit a Russian fuel train this morning behind the front line of Zaporia Oblast, setting multiple tankers ablaze. Yeah, that's pretty wild. I mean, like I guess coming out strong while you're negotiating, like to be honest, if you're negotiating, right, you're in the middle of negotiating something, you always want to negotiate from a position of strength. So I hate that I'm not an advocate for like, destruction, more wars and destruction, but if I'm Zelensky and we're in the prime of negotiation, we're in the peak of negotiation, we might actually end this thing. And I want the best terms. I want the best terms I can fucking get, dude. I'm a savage. I'll do anything it takes to get the best fucking terms when I'm wheeling and dealing with these psychos, dude. Because Putin's a psycho. Trump's a fucking psycho. You gotta play fucking hardball, dude. You gotta punch him in the fucking mouth. That's what you gotta do when you're playing with these motherfuckers, dude. You gotta sock him in the fucking jaw, dude. And I hate to see people I hate to see people be destroyed over it, right? However, it is in the grand in the grand scheme of things, right? It's not a horrible play in my opinion. Tell me if I'm wrong, right? Tell me if I'm being insensitive. Tell me if I'm, I get it. I get it. Probably this is pretty on the fucking edge right here, right? Maybe it's not. But anyway, so we're gonna go ahead. Oh, got an itchy lip. So okay. Anyway, yeah, they fucked that shit up. Okay. So this is where it was. How far was this actually? This is Western Russia. Can we just copy and paste this? No, come on. Uh, can we? I wish we can copy and paste it. That's my house. That's crazy. I wonder if that person's joking. Okay. Oh no. What's going on? Port of Baltimore. What the fuck? This isn't the port of Baltimore? Baltimore, like the United States? Someone's fucking with the U.S. boats, dude? Are you kidding me? Someone's fucking with the U.S. boats right now? When was this? When did they fuck with the boats? 8 hours ago? They fucked with the boats today. Wow. Fuck. What is that leaking into the water? What is that? What was the boat carrying? That's crazy. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, I hope everyone got out of that. It appears to have been a coal explosion in the forward hold. You know what? Yeah, who the fuck? My bad. I'm over here like I'm over here subconsciously primed. That's a good example of just getting absolutely primed for some shit. Okay, this is how you start believing wild shit, right? You start telling yourself stories as you see some shit about war before this, and then you see a boat get blown up somewhere totally different, unrelated. Okay, and then all of a sudden now here I am being like, oh, who blew up the boats? It was probably just some coal. Some coal caught fire. Coal's flammable. Coal's very flammable. I don't know if any of you guys know that. Some of you guys, I mean, we're getting to the age where some of us have only been on the phone. Some of us have never had coal. Some of us have never pissed Santa off that bad, right? So I don't know if everyone's familiar with coal. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. All crew safe and accounted for. That's good to hear. We love to hear when people are okay, man. We love to hear it. You're gonna hear me talk a lot of shit, right? We don't want anyone to get hurt. We don't want anyone to get hurt, right? You let me make jokes, but we don't want to get anyone to get hurt. So okay, Putin. Oh hey, so what we love to see. Putin and Zelensky will meet in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That's great. That's great. We're working out security guarantees. I know security guarantees were kind of the stipulation of that. Supposedly, when Zelensky in the past has said that they don't want peace, he said that security guarantees are kind of the stipulation, from my understanding. I could be correct me if I'm wrong, but when I've been watching the conferences, and from what I understand, he's been really serious about these security guarantees. And I don't know all what that entails. I'm sure it's long paperwork. It's really complicated. But yeah, basically, I think if they could work that out, that's cool. That'd be awesome. Key terms of the Ukrainian proposal. Okay, okay. Hey, we've been talking about this. This is right down our fucking alley. What did I tell you guys? Okay, here's the theme: war, money, war, money, war, money, hand in hand. If we're going to stop the war, you better pay me, because if we're going to keep doing the war, we're going to get paid. That's how it works, right? That's probably the guarantees, right? I don't want to speculate as to where this money actually goes. I'm not going to go into that. But key terms of the Ukrainian proposal for the security guarantees. This is what Ukraine would need to apparently be chill with, like, whatever, with the war being over, right? Or these are what basically Ukraine's side of the deal, right? What they want, what Ukraine wants, basically. Ukraine buys $100 billion of U.S. weapons, right? Because some lobbyist somewhere is an absolute fucking savage, right? Some lobbyist somewhere is an absolute dog, and he's in somebody's ear, right? These boomers' retirement accounts holding these Raytheon and Lockheed Martin and Boeings, they're going to be doing well. They're going to be doing all right. Okay. And we've looked into this before. Check out the clips. We've got clips all over Kick. Okay. If you haven't seen them, go to Kick. And we talk about this. We talk about where a lot of this money goes. Okay. What's crazy, Ukraine's going to buy $100 billion of U.S. weapons. NATO's also increasing their spending by, I believe, what, 2 or 3%? 60% of NATO spending goes toward U.S. weapons. So this whole war, this whole fucking war, right? We're making sure that we get our cut. We're making sure that we get our fucking cut. That's what's going on. Okay? You think it's all goody-goody. You think it's all, hey, we just want to stop it as soon as possible. Every day that this goes on, thousands of people die. Well, let's get it done. No, that's not how the rationale goes. That's not what's going through these fucking psychos' head. Do you get it? Do you get it? That's not what's going through these psychos' heads, okay? They got to sell guns. We got to sell guns. We got to sell bombs. We got to sell bombs. Now, I bet you Trump's in favor of these, because we all know, right? Roughly, Trump has many jobs, okay? But so far, within our sphere, we've determined that Trump is a fucking bomb salesman. He's a bomb salesman. He's a dope ass bomb salesman. Okay, he's a fucking gangster, dude. So I have no doubt that Trump called Zelensky and said, "You better, motherfucker, this is one of your guarantees, okay? Because I gotta go to Putin, and I gotta work out shit with him." And this is what I need from you. That's what he probably said. Trump said, hey, I'm going to Putin. I got to deal with some bullshit with him. You go meet with Putin. What you're gonna tell Putin is this, okay? You're gonna get us fucking paid, motherfucker, motherfucker, okay? You're gonna buy some shit from us, right? Okay. $50 billion partnership with the U.S. companies produce drones for both countries. Oh, oh, we're gonna make Russian drones too? Ain't that dope? Ain't that dope, dude? We're gonna sell them both guns. We're gonna sell guns to both sides, dude. That's the dirtiest shit. That's the best shit. That's the best shit. Why only sell guns to one of them when we could sell guns to both of them? Why not? Right? This is brilliant. This is brilliant. This is great for business. This has been phenomenal for business. I couldn't be happier as a crony capitalist. That's all for the military industrial complex. We're MIC fans around here, right? We're tapped in to the fucking dark money, bro. That blood money, baby. Baby. Right? Right? Am I fucked up for supporting American business? Right? Because money's all that's important, right? I must be alone here. I'm not. Anyway, okay. Push for ceasefire first without Ukrainian forces withdrawing. I mean, yeah, fair enough, right? I mean, like if I'm on, I guess they just got to draw a line as far as like where they withdraw to because what if they have Ukrainian? I guess the territory part. That's the bitch. That's gonna be the hang up, right? Surely that's got to be the hang up. If there is a hang up, it's gonna be the territory. It's got to be the territory. That's what I'd be pissed about because real estate's the real game. Okay, real estate's the real money. That's how it works in America. That's how it works in Ukraine, baby. That's how countries think. That's how people think. It's all the same as medieval fiefdom. Okay, it's just the land, right? And by the way, that Ukrainian land is very valuable. It's nice and flat. It's very fertile, right? I mean, I want to say a double-digit percentage of the world's like a potash, right? Which is agricultural product comes from Ukraine. It's important, right? Ukraine's great for the farm biz. Okay. Actually, one time, this is a true story. One time I was stuck in a hotel in Charleston, South Carolina. I was fucking stranded in this hotel for about 2 weeks. Okay. And I ran into these Ukrainian this boat team. It was a team of guys that ran these giant freights. I'll show you. Let me show you real quick. Uh, Large Freight Boat International. What do these look like? I'm sorry, I don't know. They're like barges. These, okay? So I was stuck in a hotel in there we go. It was massive. I mean, the thing they were doing was massive. I don't fine. I'll accept. I'll, the things I do for you guys. The things I do for you. I just accepted those cookies. That's crazy. Okay, so one time I was stuck in a hotel in Charleston, South Carolina, and there was this like crew of Ukrainian like guys that were like they ran this boat. It was a massive boat. It was like five of them, right? And I think it was like the executive squad because these guys were some sharp cookies that was staying in this room next door to me. Okay, and so basically the gist of it is they got stuck there because they were drunk driving this fucking boat in the port of Charleston. And it was a bad time. It was back when the ball. I don't know if you know when the Baltimore Bridge came down. It was during that, so it was a bad time. Bad time for that to happen. Bad time to be a fucking Ukrainian boat drunk driving and speeding into the Charleston Harbor. They almost had to ditch that bitch on the fucking sand, according to them. Okay, and so anyway, point is, man, where was I going with this? Why was I saying this, right? Oh yeah, agriculture in Ukraine, right? This is all tying into agriculture in Ukraine. One of the guys, he was an electrician before. He's a really handy guy. He's really smart. Actually, his name is Vladimir, right? His name was Vladimir. I know it's cliche. It's real. Igor, Vladimir. That was two of them. And the other one, I'm so sorry. He was one of the coolest guys. I forget the third one's name, but it was literally Igor, Vladimir, and a third guy. I'm not kidding with you. That's really, the stereotype is true. The stereotype is really true. That must be a common name. His name was fucking Vladimir, okay? And he lived in Ukraine, and he lived in somewhere that got fucked up bad. He had to move. He had to leave, okay? And he had to move his family to Germany because of the war. But before the war, dude, he had a farm. He would sell grain to Israel, and I was like, dude, that's the dopest shit. He would sell grain to Israel. He had a farm in Ukraine, and unfortunately, he had to move his whole family out of there, and now he captains a boat. right? And so captain's one of these boats right here. That's why I have this picture on the screen, right? So anyway, point is, that's an example. Just I bet it's a massive business, right? Ukraine actually, I bet you, I'd be curious to know how much. We're not going to Google it right now. How much food Ukraine sends out to other countries? That'd be an interesting fact to know. But anyway, so let's keep going. Okay, OSINT. Okay, so we've got some we've got some good terms for business, right? Compensation from Russia for damages caused. You know, uh I don't know if Russia will take the compensation part because Russia got a good amount of money just absolutely stolen from their like international fund or whatever, because countries hold money in like international banks and stuff like that, I guess, and also within the U.S. And Russia just got that money absolutely stolen by Biden, I believe. Or I'm not going to say by Biden. I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say by like I guess during the Biden administration, right? Not good or not bad, just what it was. So basically, that's what happened. So I'd be curious if Russia's willing to pay, or if it would just be like, no, fuck you. You guys like can use the money that you guys took because we're not getting that back anyway. You guys can just keep that money. That's what I would say if I was Russia. Actually, I'm not going to get into what I would say if I was either one. That'd be, I'm gonna get absolutely fucking flamed out here. I'm cool getting flamed. I'm gonna say stupid shit. It's fine. I'm cool with it, but I'm gonna try to keep it. I want to get flamed for cooler shit than that, right? So anyway, let's go on to the next one. You know, I'm almost done with the open source intelligence section, but we'll go to the UK. Why not? Or we'll go Daily OSINT right now. We'll follow them. Okay. Want to explore? Scoop. Okay. Dark. I guess I'm just yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I guess this is just a hype hype up some stuff. OSINT World War III. Oh my goodness, how provocative. How provocative. Okay, gotcha. This is going to be interesting. Last night, the Israeli Navy attacked a power plant in Sana'a. According to the Telegraph, several Houthi commanders were inside the power plant at the time of the attack. Let's watch it. Damn. That's insane. Okay. Donald Trump's display of strength along Vladimir Putin alongside Vlad may lead to a short negotiation session even before entering the meeting. Okay. Yeah, I heard about this. You know, I don't know if this is a bad thing, but let's see how loud it was. Honestly, it depends how loud it was. If it was loud as a motherfucker, dude, I'd be kind of pissed if I was Putin. I'd be like, dude, I'd be like, bruh, all right, because he got pissed at the reporters too. He was like, those guys are loud. Putin might have sensitive hearing, right? That'd be funny. So let's see. I mean, I don't know. It looked like Putin was looking at him. It looked like he was just checking out the planes. I mean, he was just like he even followed him afterwards. Like I think if he was in the mindset of like this is kind of a flex off, he would have. I don't know if I was in the shoes and I was kind of thinking like that, I would just walk past. I wouldn't even acknowledge it. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't acknowledge it. Right? That's you learned something about me, right? Okay. Massive explosion at gunpowder facility in Russia's Ryazan region. Okay. I mean, hey, if Russia's going to be buying some shit from the U.S., this is fine for me, dude. Fine for us. Even though I don't know how much gunpowder the U.S. manufactures, probably an all right amount.
Это что?
Oh, that's big. That's a big explosion.
Сейчас был такой удар.
Ебать. Ебать, тут ни одно, ни два здания. Тут пиздец.
Это что?
It's crazy. I mean, Fuck, man. So grateful we don't have that in the U.S. I'm sorry for anybody that might be over there, but yeah, fuck, that sucks. Okay, Iran is collaborating with Russia and China to avert potential European sanctions. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, yeah, I mean, you got to think if there's like if there's like if you're trapping a bunch of potential energy and resources in one spot, like you keep blocking it in, you keep trying to dam it up, it's gonna try to find cracks. There's always gonna be somebody that's down to run, whatever it is across the border, right? Like whatever it is, there's always somebody to run something across the border. And I mean, all these countries may not have the most secure borders, right? Who knows, right? I have no idea. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if plenty of stuff got out of Iran, right? There's pretty smart people that run this kind of stuff, so wouldn't be surprised if they figured a way out of it. Um, you know, don't call me a fucking Iran apologist either. I'll smack you through this phone. Lebanese Prime Minister slams ex-Iranian parliament speaker Larihani, said amid Hezbollah tensions, Iran's latest bid to shore up Hezbollah has faltered after a high-profile trip by Ali Larihani, senior advisor to Iran's supreme leader, ended up in diplomatic setback. Okay, gotcha. U.S. State Department officials have indicated that Trump administration is considering imposing a broad sanction on Baghdad if Iraqi authorities fail to make tangible progress in disarming armed factions, particularly in the popular the popular mobilization forces. Sorry, I don't know why that was so hard for me to read. Officials stressed that if the threat posed by these groups continues in the Iraqi government does not take effective action, Washington may facilitate Israeli strikes targeting their weapons stockpiles to safeguard the security of neighboring countries. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, dude. Any excuse to keep dropping these bombs, right? Because if Israel's going to stop in Gaza, they got to keep dropping bombs somewhere, right? We got to keep dropping bombs somewhere. Otherwise, how are we going to keep making money, right? Donald Trump, if you don't know, bomb salesman. He's an oil man, too. He's an oil salesman. He's a personality salesman. He's an America salesman, okay? He's also a bomb salesman. Sells a lot of bombs. He is great for the bomb business. We saw some of these bomb manufacturers love him. Some of them are neutral, right? But one thing's been apparent during our research. I'm not saying Trump has ever said that he likes to sell bombs, but you got to look at the outcomes here. Everything that Trump does sells more bombs. He's never said it. Nobody's ever said it. I'm going to get shit for saying it. And I don't even hate Trump, but everything he does sells more bombs. He's always selling bombs. Trump's selling bombs every fucking day. How many bombs does Trump sell? I bet you nobody's keeping track, but we are. Trump is a fucking bomb salesman. Anyway.